David is asking, after you protect course content with MemberMouse, what are some ways to be able to view and edit the content so you don't get the purchased content message? Can't view content as admin after protecting it with MemberMouse. Okay, so there's a couple of ways. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. So I think, David, you're asking basically from kind of like a back-end implementation perspective. You're setting up your site, you're protecting your content, and you want to be able to view that content on your site to make sure that it looks correct. That's my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's basically what I'm going to answer. So if we go to our pages, and I'll just create a protected page here so that I can show you. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and go to MemberMouse options, grant access, and I'll just choose to put this on the bronze membership. So now after having done this, this page is protected, right? So if I now go and attempt to view this page, okay, so I think this is what you're referring to. You get an error page. Now, you'll notice up here is the MemberMouse preview settings bar. So what this bar is for is it allows you to specify what permissions you want applied to your account while you're viewing the site as the admin. So given that I just protected that page as for the bronze membership, I'm going to go ahead and select I want to view this site as someone who has the bronze membership. And I'll go ahead and visit that page now. So now you can see I'm able to visit the page because I specified through the preview settings bar which access rights MemberMouse should view me as having while I'm going through the site. I can also indicate the number of days that I should have while going through the site. This is if you're dripping content over time. I currently don't have any drip content set up on my site, so this only shows the number 0. But if I was dripping content on day 7 and day 14, this dropdown would have those options in it, so I could view the site as a member on the 7th day, etc. Also, if you want to view the site with having particular bundles applied to your account, you can also select them here and then save. So now I'm going through the site as a bronze member with 2 bundles applied to my account, right? So this will allow me to preview the site while logged in as the admin. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it, which, is arguably easier depending on what type of scenario you're going to go through, is simply to open up an incognito window and then basically go through your site, sign up for the particular access rights for that account, right? So if I just go and make a purchase, I'm now, and it automatically logs me in, I now have those access rights. And there's also secondary benefits for doing it this way as well, in that you're actually going to be testing the actual customer experience as well. So this is also a beneficial way to do it. Just open up a new browser, incognito window, or use an entirely different browser, and log in as a particular member with the access rights that you're looking to, that the protected page that you're working on is protected by. Does that answer your question? You say you're using only bundles, so that's fine. So remember, in the preview settings bar, you can specify what bundles should be applied while you're viewing the site as well. So it can be content that's protected by either membership or bundle. It doesn't matter. The preview settings bar will operate appropriately. And when I have time during this call, I'm going to be going through different aspects of managing members and things like that. So at that time, you'll also see ways that you can change the access rights on a test member's account, right? So you could simply have a test member account that you can log into in a separate browser, and therefore just change the access rights of that account every time you want to log in and test what that member will see. So that's another way to do it. You basically have a test account and control the access rights, the number of days they've been a member, et cetera, through the manage members tools in MemberMouse. It essentially does the same thing as a preview settings bar, except it's a more pure customer experience, right? Because you're actually logging in with as a member and experiencing exactly what they're seeing. The preview settings bar does the same thing, but it's obviously a little bit different because you have these elements up here at the top of the screen, and you have the administrative controls available on the pages, like the edit button, et cetera. So it's not going to be exactly the same when you're using the preview settings bar.